Hi friends, it's Kim from Homestead Hopeful. I am getting ready to participate in my very first seed swap, and I'm very excited, but that also means that I need to get organized. Before we moved from our old house, I purchased a really cool seed organizer, so I just wanted to show you how I have filled that up and got it organized and finally got my seed where they need to go. So join me and I'll show you how I am preparing for my very first seed swap. Actually, I had my seeds organized in just this clear reusable salad container. I just used paper dividers to divide all my seeds. Most envelopes of seeds will fit nicely sideways, and that worked for a while, and I'll tell you the reasons why I did like it was because, first of all, I could see right through the container, so I could see the seeds right in there. Second of all, most of the envelopes fit nicely going this way, so it was a nice fit for that. The other reason why I liked it was because when I opened a package, I would probably only open one corner and I would snip that corner, and when I'd put it back, I didn't always have to seal them. I could just put them right back into this container and the seeds wouldn't dump out or pour out. So that was another reason why I liked this container. Plus, it was relatively waterproof, especially when I still had the lid to it. But then I started getting to where I had different size envelopes, so they didn't fit in here very nicely. Plus, I just had too many seeds to fit in this. Plus, I wanted something a little more, I guess, outdoor friendly. Towards the end of the season, right before we moved, I happened to catch a clearance sale at one of our box stores, and I found this. It's supposed to be for photos. You take out these little boxes in here, and people store their photos in it apparently, or stickers for scrapbooking and that sort of thing. Obviously, I didn't want it for that. I got two of them. I borrowed my friend's label maker, so I just created labels for each one of the little boxes. I think that's a little better. Sorry about that. I'm dealing with light issues. I'm actually in the basement, but it's pretty sunny outside, so the light from the different windows is just kind of killing my phone. Anyway, so the boxes that I purchased, they contain 16 of the little boxes inside of them. So you get this nice carrying case, and then it has 16 of the small ones inside. That's what it looks like inside. I just labeled each one of the little small individual boxes with the types of seed, and I did alphabetize them so that they would be a little bit more organized. For instance, the beet box, I chose to have my boxes backwards. So this is actually the front of the box, and I've seen people label them right here, or even the tiny little space above right here. I didn't really like that I didn't have a whole lot of room, so inside the clear plastic box, I just turned around all of these colored boxes and I labeled them on the spine of the box, or the back of the box, and they fit in there just the same. They don't come unseated. They're nice and organized still, and you can open them just like that. You can see the difference between Baker Creek size envelope, and this was Burpees, so it fits a good size envelope, and I have them all nicely organized. Here's the seed boxes, and this is what they look like, the backs of them, and this is one container, and this is the second container. So I have two containers. I have one that's unused and one that I just used for other. This is the front of the box. See the little latch? So most people have their seeds in this way, a label here or a label here. I didn't really like how thin that was. It wasn't very long of a space, and in order to get more space for my labels, I just turned the little boxes around. So I'm labeling them on the back, and as you can see, they don't move around any more or less. So again, that's the back side. I love that I can tell what everything is. And here's different size envelopes. There's even some that I saved myself, so you can see what they are. So all my seeds are nice and organized and ready for my seed swap. This is the first time that I've ever participated in a seed swap, so the way that I am getting ready for it is, now that my seeds are all organized and in order, I can take each box, this one happens to be tomatoes, and I can go through it, and I'm only going to swap seeds that I know that germinate. So for me, since I've only been saving my seeds for a year, I don't want to swap anything that may not be viable. So the only ones that I'm going to swap are ones that I purchased. I'm also not going to swap, I have a bunch of old seed that I've saved for many years. Most of it, I was only successful this past year in growing from seed, so I'm thrilled to know that they're still viable. However, I don't know just how viable, and without doing a seed test or a germination test on all of them, I wouldn't want to send these to anyone and then have them be disappointed. So all of these older seeds are going to go right back into my boxes, and I won't be trying to swap those. But what I will swap are ones that I picked up. For instance, this Cherokee purple tomato. I picked this up in a package. I will not be planting this whole package of seed. So what I'll probably do is I will plant or save some for me to plant, save some for next year just in case I have issues getting this seed again. And then since there's about 30 or so seeds in here, I know that I can swap the rest. So what I have done is I have went through all of my seed types. This is all the seeds that I have. I put them on a list, and my ground cherry right here. It has 3 dashes behind it, and what that just means is that I have at least enough seeds to swap with 3 different people. So I can offer up 3 packages of that seed. So then I have another list, my current seed wants. Many different seed swaps do things different ways. With this particular swap that I'm participating in, I need to package all of my trades that I want to get rid of. I need to package them up, and then if anybody wants them and signs up for them, then I will send them all with labels, and then they will get divided out and dispersed to each person that signed up for them. For example, with my Cherokee purple tomato, I am going to make little envelopes for them to go in. I've tried a couple of different ones. This is just using some old scrapbook paper, so there's no glue, there's no tape, there's no anything. I would put the seeds in here in the little envelope, and then once I'm ready to close it, I would put the label on here and who it's going to, what kind of seed it was, and that it was from me. So that's one kind of envelope. This one was really easy and it just required folding. Here's another envelope that I've made. This was made just using a note card that I cut up envelope style. I feel like this is a lot nicer, but it's also a lot more work. It is smaller than the other one. Just kind of depends probably on how much time I have and how much I can devote to making envelopes for seeds, for a seed swap. Some of the ones that I've seen are absolutely adorable. People print them out. Some people just purchased these. This is what I've saved my seeds in this past year. The reason I'm participating in a seed swap is, number one, affordability. I have all of these seeds that I don't think that I'm going to use. So why not turn it into a wonderful trade where I can get some of the things that I don't have, rather than spending $3.50 or even 99 cents a packet on them. So affordability, it's affordable. Number 2, community. You know, it's really nice having this idea of everyone working together to source their seeds. And some of them come with stories, sense of community. Also the idea that it's continuation. We're helping continue these generations of seeds that who knows what would happen to them otherwise. There's been varieties that have went completely extinct because they just weren't saved. People stopped gardening. So it's kind of nice to know that I'm participating in the continuation of some of these seeds. Plus, it's just fun. It's awesome and fun to get seeds in the mail when you are least expecting it. It's so joyful and uplifting to get a package that you weren't necessarily expecting and you weren't waiting on, much less, you know, one that you know is a huge packet of seeds. Like, how fun is that? And I can just imagine in the middle of winter that this is going to be a huge pick-me-up, going through these seeds and deciding on what's being planted and when and how many. It's just a lot of fun. So those are the main reasons why I'm participating in the swap. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and that's how I am getting ready for my little seed swap that I'm participating in. Are you participating in any seed swaps? And that's it for me for now. So I hope you enjoyed this video, friends, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye for now. Okay, see, that's still kind of yucky light. That's too high.